Good morning. Good
We're not
morning.
live, we're not live yet.
Yeah, we are. Good
No,
morning.
we're not live yet.
Morning. It's you. Hey,
What's
everybody.
going on? Huh? What?
We are on.
Huh?
Huh?
What's up, everyone? Let's hope this will get me going a little more. Hello. Hi.
Pedantic, pretentious. That's us.
Hello. Hey, Chauncey, you're going to join us next week?
Please join us,
Jerome.
Chauncey.
Hello. I don't have any Zappa.
I got a lot.
Yeah, for auction. I could have had some Zappa.
I got some Zappa if you want it.
No, I could have had some, but you went to a store and got rid of it for $2.
That's right. If you go to Atomic right now, you can find a Zappa record with a Post-it note that I wrote on it, still in my handwriting on it. They didn't even take the Post-it off. Unbelievable.
No.
Record swap in Alameda up in
Yeah. I'm busy. Sunday. I'm busy on Sunday. What is a record swap?
It's a swap meet.
What's the difference between a flea market?
Flea market, there are probably rugs with fleas in them. Okay, I got something that popped up. I don't want to. What's a Nanaimo bar? Some of my Canadian friends to the north. How to make Nanaimo bars like a true Canadian.
That's where Rachel lives.
I know. What's up with that? They have their own bars, like
all right.
fudgy.
How much cough? Can you show us the empty bottles of cough syrup you drank this morning?
I recycled. Those have been recycled.
Someone explained to me the difference. I just wrote the new Boomer Scalper, but I'm thinking maybe I should rewrite it. What's the difference between a flea market, a swap meet,
and a brew pub meetup, or a
there's a guy walking around today say I invented the brew pub record sale at brew pubs. I'm the one who started that. I said beer and records together, match made in heaven. There's a guy walking around proud, popping his chest out. I created the brew pub record sale. It was me. Everyone else doing it stole it from me.
Okay, well, I wonder who that guy is.
His name's Jim.
Side note, I did invent whey back in 79. Someone said no way to me, and I said whey. And that was the first time.
Hold on. Okay, I invented Billiam. I invented the Hawaiian guy.
No, I think I had a hand in that.
I did offer Steve Westman the moniker the Canadian guy.
The Canadian dude guy, okay. I don't know. I did invent whey, pretty sure. No way. I said whey, and it was like, wow.
Hey, Fluffy, in our schools today, are they teaching grammar?
Grammar? Where the fuck are you from? Grammar? Anyway, school's back.
Okay. How long ago did that actually mean anything?
Well, there's an elementary school near my house, and
isn't your youngest child like 27?
Yeah. I got grandkids, but they're like 27.
So yesterday, and I believe, well, I can tell it really did you well. So yesterday was National Record Day.
Oh, yeah.
I believe someone just went to that website where you can sign up to commemorate a day, something, because nowhere I went celebrated National Record Day.
You know, that guy's been doing National Record Day since before Record Store Day, and it just never fucking took off.
Right. So I went into Safari and I said to both Alex and Chris there, what's the deal? Why aren't we celebrating? And they go, what are you talking about? I go, it's National Record Day. And they had no clue.
They knew nothing.
No.
That guy.
And they, both of them, or at least Alex, will celebrate any kind of holiday like 15 or 20% off.
Right. That guy, he really tried, but he didn't, he didn't have an offer.
Well, usually I sleep, and if I drink anything, it's water.
I get up really early and start drinking. I get up early.
It's on a rare occasion I'll have a beer, but I don't drink anymore. I don't do it. Yeah, Safari's going to be at VinylCon, and they're going to have a shitload of jazz. So come and enjoy it. So from what I understand, there's at least 5 people coming in from out of town that will hang out that I know.
Fun.
We got University of Vinyl.
Nice.
We got Joey Callio.
Nice.
We got Norman Mazzy Masloff.
Oh.
We got Patrick PB Thau, Acrovist. Who's our 5th one?
I don't know. Joe Williams. I'm looking at Nanaimo bars on myrecipes.com right now.
Joe Williams, do you live on Vancouver Island?
Oh yeah, Blue Note had a big sale yesterday, but I didn't want any of those.
But
records.
it's the regular prices, and then that 30% off is when you can usually find the records on sale for that price.
Yeah.
Plus, there's shipping. Between their shipping and their sales tax, is it free shipping over a certain price on Blue Note?
I don't know.
Hello.
Can we talk about?
Craig, if you want to come up or you're aimlessly busy, let me know.
I like being a gatekeeper. Keep that gate. I only allow certain things in Record Collector News. Anyone who will pay.
What does 85 mean? That's their threshold for free shipping? Okay. You know what? Okay, hear me out. I feel like I missed out on those late 70s burn everything things. It always seemed to happen at a baseball game. I would like to bring back the burning of records like at a big bonfire.
That would be good.
Tell me you're into that, Danny.
Huh?
I want to bring back those thing where everyone shows up at like a stadium to burn their records. Like remember when they burned disco records or something like that?
Dude, that reminds me of KLF. What's his name? Cotty and gosh, what was his partner's name? Back in
that kind of
they burned 1 million pounds on stage.
Hip hop. They were like a hip hop.
Yeah, early 90s EDM.
They did one of the best songs I think ever.
3 a.m. Eternal. What Time Is Love?
Tammy Wynette.
Yes.
No,
What Time Is Love and Last Train to Trans Central. Dude.
That Tammy Wynette song
yes.
is one, I think, a top 10 song for me.
It is. Their ambient album is pretty good too, actually. Very, very ambient.
But
very
they burned
cool.
1 million pounds on stage?
Yep.
Wow.
Is that some sort of
is that illegal?
Illegal?
I don't know. The other thing that they did is they opened fire on with blanks on at an MTV concert into the crowd with machine guns. And the rumor has it that one of the guys disappeared off onto an island somewhere in the Caribbean. And either the Azores or the Caribbean, I forgot which one. I think it's the Caribbean. Disappeared onto an island and started experimenting with ultra low frequency manipulation.
Is that when, like maybe 15 years ago, there were government officials vomiting in hotels?
That's
Was
right.
that part of it?
It coincided with that. Now this is like in the mid 90s.
Okay.
But hey, who knows? Maybe he was onto something
Am
and the government swooped it up.
Am I wrong about that, people? Wasn't there a thing where
Yeah, there was a
government
thing.
officials
Yeah. Cuba.
In Cuba,
randomly
yeah.
were hit by
2016.
sonic blasts and just started vomiting?
2016.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I wish they would make one of my favorite movies is Kick-Ass, but there was a scene in the second one. The Kick-Ass 2 is okay, but Matthew Vaughn didn't direct it. But there's a scene where she brings this device to school, and like the Mean Girls, when she touches them with it, they just start violently vomiting. I wish I had one of those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So I have you done the thing you were promising, your AI shootout thing?
Yep. I completed the definitive Beach Boys Pet Sounds shootout with no less than 4 records on hand.
Nice.
Now, what were the 4 versions?
So the first version was the DCC from 95, 6, Kevin
Right.
and Steve.
Now, wasn't several different DCCs are regarded maybe the best version of those albums, right? Am I wrong about that? Like,
I would, after what I've come to find, absolutely, it's the best sounding version of that album, without a doubt.
Are those
The ne-
digital or analog? Those are
Analog.
analog.
Yeah, all analog. Yeah.
Okay.
The next one was the AP33 from the mid 2000s, whenever that came out, 2010, 8, 9, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The DSS and the what do you call it? That twofer from 72 that included.
Which I honestly believe.
It's the same tape. That's the same tape as the DSS.
Right, but their Capitol would put out these reissues in the mid 70s. They started with like that green label. There's a teal label, and I have the green label mono of Pet Sounds. I believe it because I had the twofer, and I believe it's the same. That's the same.
It is. It 100% is.
Lower.
It's 100% the same tape that they used for the DSS. And to spare the nuggets, I mean, you want here, let me show you let me show you what it actually looks like. Let me let me see if I can find it. Hang on a second.
All right, calm down with Alex Dickey. Why don't you do the work and start a channel with conspiracy theories? I feel that's good for you.
Here we go. All right. So
you going to the bathroom, Leland? What's going on? So you're pulling up what, a spreadsheet or
no? Just a picture of the analysis, and then you'll have to tune into the channel to find.
So is it like spiky line, graph chart, bar?
Yeah, sort of, kind of. Here. Oh, here it is. Wait. Wait. Image file.
Now, who owns the DC? Because DCC is defunct, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah, long time ago.
Who owns all that stuff?
No idea.
Is it just sitting in a warehouse somewhere?
No clue.
I've had a few DCCs, but I think I sold some for my friend. Were there Who DCCs?
Okay, why is this not?
I don't know. Do you need to call AOL support?
I think so.
Which one is this?
Why is it not showing?
That is the same label.
That's the one, yeah.
But that's the two. It's the label of the twofer.
Yeah.
And then here is this.
Okay.
Carl the Passions. That's not the same thing.
That's the twofer.
Right. So this is the single out of the twofer. Huh.
Okay.
And then I guess this is AP 45.
Yeah,
whatever.
you know, here's we literally have two ends of the spectrum when it comes to this. We have Danny, uber professional. We have Jim, who just fished those out of a drawer.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not a big Beach Boys fan, but I have these three.
I don't know why it's not showing up. I have it in the studio.
You determine the DCC is the best of the four.
Yes, the DCC is the best. The AP is second best. And honestly, the DSS is the worst of the four. I'm not trying to be whatever a douchebag. I'm just saying that DSS just doesn't sound great.
Look,
and I don't understand what the hoopla is with all the shills out there shilling. Everybody gave it like a 10 out of 10, and this is the best one and whatever. And it's not. I mean, you put the DCC on side by side, it's a million times better. It really is. Now, I get it. The DCC is probably super expensive these days, but if you can't swing the DCC, get the AP 33, which is, I think, still around. And that sounds way better than the DSS. And I feel awful for all the people that spent $300-400 on it when that in that doldrum when they went out of print, because everybody was like, "Oh, I gotta have the DSS," and then they went on eBay and Discogs and picked it up for $300-400, whatever. I'm like, dude, you're stupid. Why are you wasting that money on that?
You know, I want it to be known, and I say this all the time. Whatever one you pick up and listen to, and it sounds good to you, that's the best one. I understand.
Fair enough.
I understand that we have to all agree that we should agree which one might sound the best. But I mean, I find that mono from the mid 70s is perfectly fine for me. That's Well,
there you go.
But what is agreed is that Pet Sounds in stereo is better than mono, or is mono better than stereo?
Oh, the Pet Sounds in stereo to me is the one to have. It really is.
Yeah.
It's the one to have. It's by far the best sounding of the bunch. But if you really insist on having the mono, then of the stereo, I will say that $80 box you can still get it on Amazon.
But they're digital. But
yes, they are. Yeah.
But again, I am not. I may 99% of what I do is in a humorous thought. So the thumbnail was just like thumbing my nose at all these nonsense. I'll tell you what, nothing's better. Okay, here's one, and I have a copy of this, but actually this is in the auction this weekend, but I do have this.
That's nice.
I've had this. I have an OG mono of this.
That's beautiful.
This is Giles Peterson, who I wish would do more of these. This is his reissue label, Arc. He did that. What's her name? Shirley, what's her face?
Shirley Horn?
No, the married to Stanley Turrentine, the organ.
Oh.
She did a Strata East record. That Strata East record is not easy to find, and if you find it, it's expensive. That, I think, might have been his first Arc reissue. I have it. It has a different cover. It's a great record. But this, and then the one you can get that was somehow released in the U.S. was the Max Roach, We Don't Get Worry. And that came out, and I think is Kevin Gray or Bernie Grumman. This is Bernie Grumman. And that's great. The jacket's not the best. This came out for Record Store Day only in Europe. Shirley Scott, sorry. This came out in Europe like 4 years ago. This is the thickest, hardest cover I've ever had. It's a tip-on jacket. This is a sash.
Nice.
It was mastered by Bernie Grumman. This is a good 70s kind of funk.
Oh, it's a phenomenal record. Yeah.
It is a great record. And I mean, it's great, but I wish that it has a nice inner with a picture and stuff. I wish he would do some more reissues, because this is the way you do it. Like this one. I don't think the Shirley Scott one has, like, this is a manhole cover. How heavy this jacket is. Days? Huh?
What does that go for?
Maybe the top's 50 or 60, because it didn't come out that long ago. early signs. I'm just being. I woke up first of all, Fred, and I'm a senior moment, but my blood flow in my brain needs more coffee. But I wish he would do more reissues. By the way, I'm going to do a preview video later today for the auction. Okay, here's someone to throw mud over everything we're talking about.
There you go.
Oh, yeah,
Go Leland. Leland knows what's good.
And also, Leland will make a brief appearance in LA next week.
Oh wow!
But he won't be at the VinylCon unless
I see you're using my StreamYard.
If there's any Boise people, I'm going to be in Boise next week, arriving Wednesday.
Wow.
First stop from the airport, In-N-Out.
Hey, there's a famous hamburger place in Boise. I don't remember the name.
Oh, really?
Of it.
I'm sure there is.
I can go there.
Got a great restaurant scene.
It's a hip. It's probably like. Look, don't come after me. Nick Rudo's the only one I know who lives there. But it's probably like Boulder, Colorado was maybe 20 or 30 years ago, I'm guessing. It's that kind of place.
Yeah, probably.
Do me a favor. Go to the Record Exchange. Tell them you saw their ad in Record Collector News.
In Boise.
In Boise.
Is it a good store?
It's a good store. Great guys. They run an ad. They're on Idaho. 1105 West Idaho. The Record Exchange.
Love it.
Isn't every street in Idaho named Idaho?
Idaho Street.
I went to Mississippi Record. I couldn't find a copy of Record Collector News.
You couldn't. That's because they asked me not to sell them there, put them there, because their store, if you look at that store, it is too pretty for my paper. It's a beautiful store.
Well, the Record Exchange.
No. We're talking about Mississippi.
We've moved on from your life.
The Record Exchange is a great store in Boise, but we love each other. Mississippi Records, I hate them. They threw me out.
Wow.
They didn't like my paper or my LA Dodgers tattoo.
You say that, but I don't understand how
here's
there's
the thing.
Well, hold on, Jim. Let Rob talk first.
Well, I'm going to make it so that you understand, because you're talking after I don't understand.
Okay. How many baseball teams? Isn't there just like a minor league baseball team in Portland? Why is there any hatred towards the Dodgers in Portland?
There's hatred towards the letters L and A together.
Because Portland usually has an affinity more for Northern California than a Southern California.
They hate LA and Portland.
Hey,
just like in San Francisco, you don't refer to when you come up from LA and you want to be an asshole, you say, I'm up from LA and I love it here in Frisco.
So why did you say that in Mississippi Records?
You're an asshole. I didn't. I walked into Mississippi. I was wearing shorts. It was a beautiful day. I had a bundle of papers in my hand, a big smile on my face. And there was a young lady in there who identified herself as one of the owners. And she asked me to not put my papers there. Just leave. It doesn't work. It's not what we're about. But before that, when I walked in with a grin on my face, I felt like I was walking into a wall of hate. And I don't know why. I couldn't figure out why.
Well,
later on, it was bothering me. So later on in the day, I realized when I walked in, she was horrified by the tattoo on my leg with the LA in it.
Jim, to be fair.
Now, I did a little research.
Oh, hold on. Fair.
Her mother actually moved from Fullerton, California in Orange County to Portland in 1973. And so she is technically a Southern California girl.
Hold on. Jim.
Yes.
First of all, if anyone sees you walk through the door with a big grin, the number one thought on their brain is, and if I'm a female, this guy's going to try and rape me.
There was no rape van anywhere near me. But anyway, she didn't like me. I walked in. I couldn't figure out why the hate.
Did she ask if your name was Rumpelstiltskin?
No. She didn't ask me. And so when I got back, I wrote up a little travel log of Portland, and I wrote about all the record stores I went to in Portland. And
No.
when I got to Mississippi Records, I tore them a new asshole. And I got a few phone calls from someone who said she wasn't.
Hold on, Jim. In my mind, there's like 7 stores who have asked you to stop sending your paper to them. Seriously.
Probably.
So I think Mississippi Records was more in line with those other 6 stores.
Okay, whatever. I don't have history with those other 6. Mississippi, I personally got the hate. Yeah.
Well, Mississippi is a very unique store. It has a lot of world music. They have their own label of folk and African continent music. I picked this up. It's one of their associate labels. African Steel. This is steel guitar stuff from 53 to 66.
Rob, you know what Mississippi is? It's Poobah. They have their own label, and
Poobah doesn't have the. That guy couldn't change out a roll of toilet paper.
Rob, he used to have his own.
They don't have their own label.
He used to. He did.
You guys just fight among yourselves. That's okay.
No, go back to
Mississippi
that.
Mississippi is the.
That sounds like a black stripper's name.
Mississippi doesn't need to make money. Let's just put it there.
African Steel used to be the head of the Republican Party. Remember Steele, that guy who was the head of the Republican committee?
That's pretty fucking racist of you.
No, I mean his name is Steele.
Racist. That was a racist little thing you did there.
His name is Steele. That's why.
I would say
he's on MSNBC. He's from Maryland. He's actually from where I grew up.
So you call him African Steel?
Marlboro, Maryland.
That's African Steel.
Like
Boomba.
Michael Steele, yeah, exactly. Mississippi Records is a good store. There's also a music venue they have.
Thank you, Disco Devil Alex.
Not laundering money.
That's my take on Mississippi.
No, it's a good store.
About Mississippi is
forget it.
Just to gentle it up.
You have a
If Mississippi's
hold on.
The guy was really nice.
Mississippi. Mazzy, spill your guts.
No, the guy was nice to me. We chatted for a while. I've been to the store. I didn't go last time I was there. I only went to 3 stores this time, and I didn't buy a lot. I bought like 2 records a store. I bought that one. All the VC people are showing. And I've been wanting to get it, and I just haven't gotten around to getting it. Is Sharp Pins Balloon. But I was been wanting to get this, but they had autographed copies, so it gave me excuse sort of to pick it up.
Well, I don't know what to tell us about that album because I have no idea.
They're a newer. They've been around. They do some punk stuff, but this is sort of a retro, psychedelic pop punk sound.
From what year did that come out?
Last year, this year. It's new.
Oh,
I mean,
it looks very retro.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. And I did get. This is a beautiful copy. I went to, for $18. This is the Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band on Warner Brothers, and it's a beautiful greenie. I mean, it's pristine. Usually, soul records from this period are trashed.
What question? So the Warner Brothers logo is colored on that album, on that label. It's not usually colored.
No, it was when it was W7. It was an orange. That's common.
So that's first with that W7 on it.
Well, yeah, it was
before
W7. Yes, I think Warner 7 was Warner Brothers for a short time, a couple of years, 3 years tops, maybe only 2.
7 Arts.
7 Arts. Exactly. But I don't have this record, and it's just, I mean, the cover's got some ring wear.
The one you always see of that band is a white cover where they're all, the whole band's like.
Right, but I thought for a greenie, and, again, soul records tend to be trashed because they were big party records, especially in this period. What else did I get?
Well, I mean, the Black Sabbath records are trash.
I got a Bert Jansch record for $20, beautiful shape. And I got a David Grisman, $10 for dog jazz. David Grisman has this kind of blue jazz grass type of stuff. This has a lot of jazz covers, but $10. A beautiful record on Warner Brothers.
Okay, so what you're doing right now, Mazzy, like we go, hey Massey, let's go to the record store. I'm not here to shop for records, blah blah blah, and you end up buying 4 records.
I spent $60 on records, or no, $70 on records.
It doesn't matter how much you spend.
That's
You
nothing.
bought more
That's
than
nothing
one
for
record.
you.
Yeah, I bought it for the music, and I sent you guys because you wanted me to shoot the wall at Tomorrow Records.
Chris Vinyl.
Chris and Kimbo wanted me to, you know, I buy records for I'm not a collectible buyer anymore. I'm a music buyer, and I know you guys buy.
I'm not a collectible.
No,
buyer.
but you know, I don't buy $500, $200, $1,000 records.
Okay, you're better than the rest of us, Mazzy.
No, it's not a better thing. I'm just saying I'm a different kind of collector than you guys are.
Okay, so this is a record.
You just have $500 worth of the different copies of the same record.
Okay, not anymore.
You're the king of 18 copies of one record.
That's a wonderful record. That's his best record.
So this isn't Little Feat on this record, or no?
Lowell George and the Meters back him up.
And then Alan Toussaint, did he produce this? But he wrote a lot of the songs on this.
Yeah, they do. They do. Sneak and Sally is a Little Feat song.
So this is a UK copy.
Nice.
But it's the US metalwork because it's sterling in the dead wax.
That is a great record.
Huh.
I've had a beat up copy of this, so I want to.
Yeah.
I think this is.
Side one especially, it just flows together perfectly. It's the Meters backing them up. It's got Lowell George.
The Meters. I'm sorry.
The Meters, yeah. But it's Lowell George. So I used to think it was Little Feat too, backing them up.
So someone came in with a ton. This is, if anyone asks me like what I go looking for, and I've said this for years, are these Black Saint Soul Note records. They're affordable and they're great, usually avant-garde type of jazz. And I got a bunch of them. This one is not, although this is the Paul Blay label, trans American, but Lester Bowie. I'm not too familiar with Philip Wilson, but that's a good record. And then this is Teresa, which is a great kind of jazz label, I think, from LA. This is Joe Bonner, great jazz pianist. And then this is cool. If you don't know Bobby Bradford, LA free jazz avant-garde trumpetist, he's still around. I think he put out an album last year. He's like 95 or 94. This is on Soul Note. I've never seen this one before. This is Billy Bang, who's a jazz violinist, Rainbow Gladiator, and Charles Tyler's on this. Great free jazz saxophonist. This is the earlier Joe Lovano record on Soul Note with Paul Motion. Here's Bayaka Carroll, who's still alive, but really hasn't. I don't know what his situation is, but he's a great free jazz avant-garde trumpetist with Julius Hempels on there. Dave Holland. I'm shaking the thing. I've never heard. I think I've heard of her. This Michelle Rose woman. She has like an avant-garde big band, but this is on Soul Note, the source. And
Rick's, I would buy Led Zeppelin cheap. I would.
People stop addressing Mazzy. And then Charlie Hayden did a bunch of in the late 80s on Verve. These are on translucent like vinyl. And he's on here with here at the bottom, Ernie Watts. And Mazzy's favorite drummer in jazz. He did the Tenor Man or the Maz Norman. So that was cool pickups from yesterday. Thank you.
I do have the Oppenheimer soundtrack. Somebody asked. I do have that. I don't have the new one he did.
Vinyl Piper, I'm gonna delete your comment. Please do not directly address Mazzy.
You know, Jim, that Beck record, that's the most I've ever spent on a single record.
How much?
I got it for $300. They're asking $350 or
it was
$375.
2 weeks later.
Hasn't been reissued yet. But I only had 2 records. I've only had 2 records ever on my Discogs wish list. I don't add records. It was that and David Sylvian. And David Sylvian's record finally was reissued, so I took it off. I don't care about an original. The Beck
The
record,
most I've ever spent on a record, maybe 4 times, is $200. That's the most.
There's a Zappa record that goes for around 1,200, 1,100. I've got one for 6, and it's beautiful.
What is it?
Now, box sets are different. Now, I've spent on box sets, but in terms of a single record, a collector's record, that's the most I ever spent.
The Zappa record is a test pressing. It never came out.
I did spend $300 about 4 or 5 years ago on the Who, the classic record Who, and it was sealed, and it had a blip on the first track on side 2 of vinyl, which is fucked, but it's sealed. Classics had some funky pressings.
Hey, I'll show these in my auction later, but I found a bunch of sealed classical records, and these will be in the auction. But I'm showing how cool they are when they're sealed. Who knows what lies beneath the record in pressing quality? But Michael Poetry told me one of these does have an issue, and I don't know if Danny knows about it. But these are cool, and I like how they sealed them with the sticker.
Yeah.
This is a great record. I have that.
That's killer. Yeah.
Yeah.
The opener on that is just stunning.
Yeah. People say this is probably one of the best sounding classical records, right?
The Pines of Rome is amazing. The Reiner sound is great. Yeah.
Pines of Rome. I have the AP. I was asking Michael. Actually, I found 2 copies of this.
Nice. Where'd you get those?
I'll tell you privately.
My father turned me on to Respighi records.
That's
those
a good
records.
one.
Fountains of Rome and Pines of Rome.
The Eroica. Yeah, that's a beautiful one. Yeah, that's nice.
That's a good one.
I've never seen this one before.
I hear it's fantastic. I think Hobson still prints those in his under his bed. He's got a print machine.
This one.
Yeah.
But okay, so you know this one?
Yeah. 35 millimeter.
It says Classic Records presents. So this came out only by Classic Records.
I think they recorded that on 35 millimeter, if I'm not mistaken.
When, like back in the day, or when this
came
on
out? A restored machine that Hobson bought.
So they put this out, but Michael says there might be surface sound noise with this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's sealed.
I haven't played mine in ages. I have no idea. I don't remember. But it's a great sounding record.
Yeah, so these will be available.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll show them.
So speaking of great record, well, so this I've been hunting for this forever and a half. Tony Joe White,
which one?
So hard to find in clean shape.
Yeah.
And this is truly freaking. I told the guy, I'm like, dude, the minute I see this and it's not VG++ as indicated, I'm returning it because I'm sick of this shit. People misclassifying their records, and he's like, no, dude, I'm underrating it. It's actually probably mint minus. And truly, behold, I open it up and I'm like, oh shit, the guy wasn't joking. Nice. I mean, this is a freaking killer record. Dead quiet, beautiful green label. And is it a DJ promo? Well, it says promotional copy. I don't know. Listen,
I would like to get a roll of those stickers because that's.
I found one once. I found one.
That Tony Joe White is killer. And then the other thing I found, I was looking through some stuff, and of course, the record I was looking for, I didn't find, but I found another record, which is twofer. Well, it's because it came out on 2 records, but this is the twofer that came out, I think, a year later. Absolutely stunning. Yeah. Absolutely stunning. I mean, if you're into these guys, then this is a must. Absolutely.
I have it. I think you can find that for like $5.
Yeah, it's cheap. Yeah, it's cheap, but it's beautiful and it sounds absolutely incredible. So
very nice.
There were quality control issues, but I'll be perfectly honest. Every classic record I've ever bought and played was fine. They weren't warped. the holes weren't off center, which I've heard issues. Like Mazzy says, the blob, but that happens, I think, with records anyway.
Yeah, but Classic had pressing issues here and there. And the thing is, when you buy a sealed record,
you never know what you're gonna get.
Yep. And and you can't blame the seller for something like that.
Hey, that's great, Anthony. I hope you rest and feel better.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But that Who album, that Classic, is of all the Who records. I had Who's Next, I had Who's Sell Out Classic, and I got rid of them all except Tommy. Obviously, I couldn't resell Tommy, but I ordered the Chad version because it's the same plates, and I like the sound of it. So
okay, so here I'm going to tell you what this box is because I found out what it is. It's a box, but actually there'll be parts of Steve Westman in a box when you buy it.
Okay, it looks like it will not be tomorrow. Give it another week at least.
It's not. It's Led Zeppelin. Everyone, start putting your money aside. It'll be $1,000 for that box.
Nice.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing to me if Jim just thought, should I buy this record or not, and then take that money aside, and he could buy the Led Zeppelin box.
What is Leland talking about here? What's his? I'm missing some of these comments here.
Okay.
Not that one.
Nothing leaked. No one knows what it is, except it's Led Zeppelin.
No, it's not.
Thank you.
I'm not an automatic Phoebe Bridges fan. Someone asked me if I'm getting Phoebe. I'd like to hear it. I like her, but I'm not a. What's the trio she played in? The girls, 3 girls. I like it, but I never pull that stuff out to play, so I probably won't get it.
I have no factual basis on this, but it feels like these Phoebe Bridges or acts like her, these young girls with songs about their emotional state.
No, it's that she's not like one of those. She's actually a Americana. She's good, really good. She's talented. Rick's, I have that.
I have a thing against girls named Phoebe, first of all.
I know you do. Phoebe Snow. I have that David Sylvian Weather Box too. But I like as much as I like that stuff, and I love Dawn to Earth.
Harmonies and melody. I don't need when I was young and 17, a baby fell out of me. I didn't know how.
If I had more energy, I would do what you do. Rob, I'm talking.
Why don't you have energy, Mazzy?
Michelle's asleep. Michelle and I drove, Joey's mom and I drove to Portland, hung out, and she's staying here. She's leaving this morning, going back. So she's still, that's why I'm talking softly.
I'm going to do what Mazzy does because there's no way of verifying this. Oh, Shirley's over there. She's laying up against the wall over there.
Right. And Beach Boyman is a really nice guy. We hung out for about an hour and a half getting a coffee, typical coffee.
And then Fluffy came in the room and picked up the baby and tried to sell it on the street.
Rob, I'm talking, Rob. Beach Boyman, good guy.
You better believe it. I write from the heart, Lizard.
Beach Boyman's one of those guys. He also got dumped on for a minute from Fremer because he actually brought facts in from he knew and talked to the Beach Boys archivist.
What's that guy's
Who's
deal?
that? What's his name? What's his name?
His name is Jeremy.
What's his last?
I don't know his last name.
With the L. Anyway,
Jeremy. I don't know his last name.
Hey, well, okay. So I don't know this guy. Honestly, I've never seen him before. How did he come on your radar?
Okay. With that whole kerfuffle of the DSS Beach Boys thing, remember the 72 tape, the Carl and Passion tape versus the 66 tape, the One Step came out.
The kerfuffle, by the way, was it Fremer?
Well, Rob, I am talking and I'm trying to explain it to you. So it came out, and then I think, Fremer was part of helping them promote it, which is okay, whatever. And there was an issue with the tape. A lot of people were saying, well, Brian said this is the tape. He approved it in 72 when it went to Brothers Records, Warner Brothers. And of course he did not. And it was sort of Dennis and Bob, and who knows? It doesn't really matter to me. But and then Fremer gets involved because this guy made a video and said, I like this. He bought a copy of the DSS and he liked it. Beach Boyman, and he's an I don't know if he's expert. He's like me with the Beatles. He's like all in on the Beach Boys. And he said there's some things that are not what they seem. Now, he didn't trash the record. He said the one that Steve Hoffman did years ago, the DCC, is the best selling mono. And he talked about that. And so Fremer comes and jumps. Like, Fremer shoots first sometimes. I think he apologized later, but yeah, exactly. He came in and said, no, you're wrong. You don't know anything. And so on his video, Beach Boyman does a video and he reads from the actual archivist. And apparently the archivist for the Beach Boys tapes said, wait a second, that tape they went through, we have it right here. It's on the shelf. They should have asked us. They didn't bring us in. And he reads the whole history of a video.
Who's
Beach Boyman.
Who's the archivist of the Beach Boys?
I don't remember his name.
Is it part of Capitol?
No, he's a separate archivist of I mean, he has access to the tapes at Modern Mountain, and he knows all the catalog. A lot of bands will have an archivist that knows everything. Like Columbia, Sony recently, they fired the Sinatra guy who was at Columbia for 30 years or 40 years or something. So
I don't know.
I mean, the guy in Portland, Beach Boyman, Jeremy, is the chillest. He's a typical, like, you're right. He'd be in the cast of Portlandia. He's that chill. He's got the aura, the wool hat, the
wool hat
beard.
during the summertime.
Yeah, I mean, there is hanging out in Portland for a few days. It's exactly like Portlandia, really. Still.
Did you go to Mississippi? I love that store.
Did you have an urge not to shave your armpits, Mazzy? While you
I think there's more cafes there per capita too.
Definitely more.
When I used to go to Portland a lot, I found there were more microbreweries or little beer places.
Yep, there's a lot of breweries. Yep, and there's a lot of food trucks and food truck
and it
parks.
rains when it's sunny outside, which is weird.
Well, that's like the Northwest. People think it rains all the time up here, and it doesn't. That's why it's so green, though. That's why, like, Seattle's.
I was in Portland in January one time. Holy!
And someone kicked you out of a record store.
What a disaster! No, it was some computer bullshit software thing. I had to go learn for 2-3 days in Portland.
Portland is a hipster mecca. It is the hip. They have good restaurants, and they're not like expensive restaurants. Here's the deal. Portland doesn't have the problem Seattle or San Francisco has, because they put like the brakes on all these big tech things, opening up big things within the city limits. And some will say that's some kind of commie thing. You want business. I think they won't let the big box stores within the city. And it actually makes for a better environment. I mean, I'm not against box stores outside in the suburbs and stuff.
I have a great marketing.
That's a great idea.
I have a great marketing campaign for Portland.
I don't think they need your help. Probably.
Come to Portland. Mazzy defends us.
Keep Portland weird. That was before
Austin.
Well, that's been for decades.
That
was Terry from the Good Record Store. That was Terry from whatchamacallit.
A lot of city. He was interviewed.
Millennium.
I forget who did the podcast where they interviewed that guy, where he claimed like I came up with Keep Port weird, because Richmond, Virginia uses that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my coffee. I'll be back. So,
I hear Bend Oregon is great. My daughter fucking loves that town.
All right, hold on.
I'm a liberal commie. And
Dan B, who the fuck's picture is that on your avatar?
That's Dan.
Who is that?
That is Dan.
That's not Dan B.
So, Danny, I got a pair of open baffle speakers.
What'd you get?
I just got the Lee, from China. from China, the F15, 15-inch.
Oh, holy
driver.
moly.
Yeah.
Wow.
97 dB efficient. I'm using it with a 300
Wow.
V 7-watt amp.
How's it? How is it?
It sounds incredible. They say that these don't have any bass, and yeah, there isn't a lot of bass, but there's some bass, and I think I can get better bass if I haven't started fucking around with placement yet. But man, they're good. I don't know if they're going to replace the Legacies, because the Legacies for some reason sound fantastic with 7 watts. I mean, really, they get loud.
They're fairly efficient.
They're 92 dB. They're good.
Yeah, Legacy is good stuff. I always liked Legacy.
Yeah, but anyway, this is
the company, I think, or something.
No, I don't think so. I just saw it maybe, but I just saw him, and what's his name was there, Duddleson or whatever. But
yeah, Duddleson, super nice guy. Yeah,
yeah. Although the first time I met him, I was all proud. I'm like, I have a pair of Legacy Classics at home, and he looked at me. He looked down at me because he's tall, and he goes, "Those are nice little speakers." Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know about Milwaukee. I don't know who knows about Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's got good stores. Isn't hold on. Milwaukee. They've got shoot. A really famous store. Electric Fetus. Oh no, that's in Minneapolis. Sorry. That's Minnesota. Sorry. Milwaukee's got shit.
How far is Milwaukee from Detroit?
Supposedly Detroit's coming back.
Electric Fetus is Minnesota, Minneapolis.
Right, that's Minneapolis.
That's a good store.
Sorry.
Yeah. Portland. I like Portland. It's only 3 hours from here. It's good. It's great. They're great neighborhoods to walk around. The only thing now I'm a liberal. I'm fine with all the bicyclists, but I tell you, and I promote people using bikes, but it's so friggin' dangerous. You turn the corner, and with all the trees and the narrow streets, you feel like you're gonna hit a bicyclist like every 5 minutes.
Okay, Mazzy, you will agree. Portland is nothing. Rob is talking, Jim. Portland is nothing like the most crazy bike scene I've ever seen in my life.
It is. Oh, did you see that?
Hold on, let Rob finish talking.
Finish, Rob. Yeah,
the craziest bike scene I've ever seen is on the campus of Stanford University. That is just, I am amazed that people aren't dying every 5 seconds.
But that's on campus. It's not really through Palo Alto as much.
I didn't preface it's. I swear to anyone, go to Stanford and walk around and watch how these maniac kids on bikes ride around that campus.
Literally, look, this is where we're having dinner outside.
Well, that's a flash mob. Those kids are up to no good. They're going to go into a store and steal all the shit inside. Let me see if I can find a video.
No, I took that.
Record Talk might be correct.
Stanford University bicycles.
I ran into a guy. We were leaving dinner, and this guy goes, Maslov. And it was a bartender that used to work at this cool place a block from our house in the city like 25 years ago.
Huh.
He lives in Portland now.
Oh, Michael, those TBMs are freaking killer. Great video you did, by the way. I was going to comment, but I don't know. I forgot to comment or something. I watched it. So, really good stuff. 3 Blind Mice is awesome.
What was your take on the Pet Sounds DSS?
Well, you were late to the stream.
Yeah, why don't you rewind the tape, Mazzy?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's go back to 000.
Just say yay or nay.
So no, the DCC is by far the best sounding. I didn't realize just how good it sounds because I haven't played it in forever. The DSS is by far the worst sounding.
Wow. Okay. Do you have the stereo? That
I do. Yeah, I've got the
that's
AP
my favorite.
stereo.
That's
The
my
AP
favorite.
stereo is the best. Well, I should say the new remixed digital that Capitol did a couple of years ago that's still available as a box set for $80 on Amazon. I think it's like 50 remixed tracks. That's by far the best sounding Beach Boys you can get, in my opinion. If you can't get that, or if you don't want to get that, get any of the APs. They're textbook. If you have the DCC, consider yourself fortunate because that's the best sounding pet sounds you'll get.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Beach Boyman agrees with you. And he has his name.
He pronounce his name that way?
Well, if you watch my video, it's the first thing I asked him. I said, so when I read this, it's hard, it doesn't really roll off the tongue. Is it Beach Boyman or Beach Boy Man? Because you have Boyman as one. He goes, well, it's Beach Boyman, but no one can pronounce it. And I keep thinking of changing it. And I said, don't change it. I mean, people keep saying Beach Boyman and eventually, own it and it'll eventually catch on. So it's Beach Boyman, like Norman.
Hey,
Not
Mike
Norman.
Elliott, can you rephrase this? Because it sounds weird.
Why is it getting pounded at what?
Because I assume it's raining there.
Well, the 2 days I was there, it was like 85 degrees, sunny. So I don't know. It wasn't raining there.
Then there's a guy going around helping everyone.
By the way, I'm curious, have any of the people that are watching, I'm not on the YouTube side, so I can't see how many people are watching right now. Have any of you guys ever tuned into my live record spinning show?
Hold on one second. Danny?
Yes.
There's the most we've had watching in a long time. It's like
188.
Nice.
So
hey,
Danny needs
Rob
your help.
The Star. Rob, I'm talking. Rob the Star. Rob is
you know
star.
what? My new catchphrase, which is catching on everywhere, is let Rob talk. So Danny does he plays records. You get to occasionally see his feet.
And he does his whole okay. It's too long a conversation, but my son, he's sort of an artist. I mean, he's an artist, but he's not making a full-time living as an artist. He has other gigs. The thing is, when you live in Portland, you have like 6 jobs. Okay.
It's too long of a story, but he's going to tell us right now.
No, but we're talking about AI, and he says, all these people like us, and we're guilty of it, will say, AI, make me, like Rob does it every 5 minutes, put these 2 pictures together and all this stuff. More work goes into that and dollars, and with all the AI stuff and all the stuff needed to make an eye, a lot more than it would be hiring an artist to sit and draw it out for you. Pay them an artist should be paid to draw out a sketch or to do Photoshop or to do combining photography or illustrations or CG even, and doing it manually with help of computers. Obviously, the power and the back stuff for AI is like 100 times more expensive. And we do it because
it's completely under, the tokens that you're buying are completely under market value. Like if you're spending, the whatever, because I have Manus, it's $40 a month. It, realistically speaking, if it were priced at fair market value, you'd be looking at about $900 a month. At least.
Well, and that's again, the reason it's the way it is because they're collecting data and all that. You're helping build the AI. But here, I'm going to tell you this as someone who has a degree in graphic design.
It's going to crash in 5 years.
Hold on. As someone who has a degree in graphic design, when 40 years ago, when I got out of school, you were competing against housewives who didn't have degrees. You didn't need a degree to do graphic design, and you got paid shit, and they were shitty jobs. So I understand AI and the harm it has on the creative community and taking away jobs from people. But that being said, like in the film industry, it's 10% of people that go after jobs in the film industry that are making a real living.
But wax.
Let Rob talk, Bazzy. So here's the deal. As someone who's been in it and who has friends in the entertainment industry who work as special effects and animation, historically, You had this many people. Jim, I'm going to punch you in the face.
What did I do?
You had something open that caused a little echo. You have this many people trying to get this many jobs. For the almost 40 years that I've been in Hollywood, I'm telling you, the competition is ridiculous. These are industries that don't exist for people to go to college. And
Rob,
the output of Mazzy, let Rob finish. You have all these people coming out to get these jobs. They're just not, without AI ever existing, there's not enough jobs for these people. I'm being serious. So here's what I say to people. Just go do it yourself. Make your own movie. Make your own illustrations and artwork and sell it. I have a buddy from high school who goes to every comic book convention ever. That's how he makes his living. He does drawings. He signs them and sells them. Okay.
Rob.
Okay, can I add to that, Rob?
No, Mazzy wants to talk, so you can't add.
It's more dangerous. Yeah, and I say, don't say that lightly, dangerous. I sent Melinda a link. It's more dangerous, not that it's taking the jobs away. That is a part of it, but the resources needs to create each one of these is fucking unbelievable.
No,
crazy.
The data centers and all that. I agree with you, Mazzy.
Yeah.
But let's not.
Anyway, it was great to hear my son, who's 35 years old, talk about it.
Here's my problem with people that just are outraged over everything. What was it like before? Because there's no jobs for these people before AI. There isn't.
Well,
there's no jobs for them.
Well, we, aside from representing photographers, for 15 years, we represented illustrators too. And we had a different division representing commercial illustrators, advertising. We have a couple of our illustrators does New Yorker covers, the magazine New Yorker. And that's probably the best illustration gig you can get because you get a contract for New Yorker covers. And editorial.
Yeah, those are not full-time employees, Mazzy. Those are freelance people.
It's always freelance people. Yes, it is. New Yorker is one of the first. New Yorker never uses photography on their covers.
Mazzy, let me turn this on you.
I am talking, Rob.
At the height of your business, how many photographers did you handle?
I had anywhere from 6 to 9 photographers.
Okay, Mazzy, at the height of your business, how many fledgling photographers came to you and said, "Can you represent me?"
Every week.
Okay, did you take them on?
No.
Hey, Alex Dickey, don't act like a dick. Melinda, what's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey.
Yes.
Hey, Melinda.
Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Nice to meet you here.
Yeah, I've never done
nice.
I haven't seen you in forever.
I know.
She's finally classing up the place.
Jeez, yeah, if we do go to this vinyl summit, this is what it's going to be like. Oh, hey, hi. Oh, hey, hi.
Hey, hi.
No, I hope you all go. I know this will sound really strange, but because I watch you guys all the time, I feel like I know you very well. But then I stopped and realized you don't know me that well because I haven't been on these kind of shows very much. But I feel like y'all are my friends that I would like to meet you in person. So
the best thing I've learned about you, that the thing I love about you the most is when I hear you say guitar.
No, I have
what is
total
the deal with that?
respect
Other
for you.
people say that too.
I know it's a Southern thing.
I have total respect
How do you
for
say
Melinda.
guitar?
I call it
it's second syllable, guitar, not guitar. But you're right. A lot of musicians, a lot of Southern, a lot of country musicians say guitar. So it's not a different thing. But when you're on the West, you don't hear it as much. And I like it.
Total respect for Melinda.
Oh, totally.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you why. No, it's increased recently. It doesn't matter when or how often you play Trout Mask's replica, just that you do. And you do.
Thank you.
Yeah. I much respect for that.
Well, thank you. And if you still need Bucky nuggets, let me know because I have a Bucky's close by. I can give you those beaker nuggets anytime you want.
All right, I'm going to send you some VCLT in exchange for some Bucky's.
That's not necessary, but thank you. But no, that's not necessary.
Very good.
Well, thank you for coming up, Melinda. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to come up, Rob. I love watching. I appreciate that you come on twice a week. It kind of fills that void that Rachel left behind, you know. And I've been watching. I listen to you guys when I'm mowing and when I'm cleaning house and when I'm driving around. I've listened to you when I'm grocery shopping. Y'all just kind of help my day come along, you know, go along. So I really enjoy it.
When I do laundry, when I iron my
when I'm
shirts.
folding clothes, yes.
Melinda, that is
Yeah.
perfect because unfortunately, most of the guys that watch this while they're doing number 2.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I think the best
Melinda, what you've
mowing-
done with your channel, like you're at what 37.6K now subscribers, and I feel like I think most of us were kind of there on the ground level when you first started your channel. So to be up here with you right now, it's such an honor. So
Oh God,
really, it's great to see you.
I don't know this Alex
Thanks,
Dickey at all.
Alex. You've definitely given me a lot of entertainment along the time too. I really
yes.
appreciate it. So,
And
I
you know,
think
speaking of
Melinda,
numbers, okay, go
Melinda
ahead.
and I started around the same time, I think, didn't we?
I think you started a little before me, but not a lot. I mean, I remember I hadn't made videos before, and I saw you. In the first video I saw you, you actually like dropped a box set on the floor. That was my but you kept it in. I was impressed because I thought, well, he kept that part of the video in.
It wasn't throwing a UHQR box set behind me. That's the one that kind of no.
Melinda, I'll tell
Right.
you that if I did a video of every time I broke a record or something in my place, but one of my first videos I was showing something and the record fell out and a big gash in the record.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, we got another person.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Melinda, I don't know if you saw recently, but a few weeks back, Rachel did a big celebration get together for Mazzy when he overtook Michael 45's channel. Did you see that by chance?
I honestly, when is Rachel on now? Because I
Just
must
Sunday
be busy when she's on.
Yeah, she's on Sundays, but
Sunday morning.
That video must have lit a fire under Michael 45's ass because he's been averaging about like maybe 1 or 2 videos a month for the last year. He's dropped 3 in the last week, and as of like about 8:30 this morning, he overtook Mazzy by 1. He's at 48.3K now.
So is this
Mazzy's at
a weekly Alex Dickey shit stirring hour? Because I want to be here for that, where Alex Dickey just throws out bullshit to try to get under somebody's skin.
You can look at all the
really,
stats
you're really good at it. So what about your sources, Alex? That I was using the sugar cube on my auctions, Alex. What about that?
Well,
what do you have to say about that, Alex?
Get into that, we can.
Let's get into it. Let's get into you trying to take down Rob's channel. Like with 10,000 subs, you were going to buy to take down Rob's channel. And my sources tell me that you were going to take down Rob's channel because you admitted that you were going to buy 10,000 YouTube subs, pointed Matt Wax, and get him taken down.
That's
you admitted it.
No, I said I was going to. I
yes,
had that plan. It was not directed at Wax. I don't know. If
It was told. My sources tell me that you were going to direct it at the Wax. My sources told me that.
Hold on. To be fair,
I feel like I've just walked into the wrong meeting.
I know, Craig and Melinda. I'll end this right now. Alex Dickey, let's calm down on the nonsense. Look, there's 6 people who've actively tried to get me out of this and have failed miserably because you know what? They failed miserably about being part of the VC and having a real channel, which is not hard at all to have. So that's
okay.
Join the odd. And Michael 45 is like king trying to get rid of me. So
okay, I'm not sure.
I'm just saying what my sources have told me. So
okay,
your sources.
Look. I'm not going to be bullied. I'm not going to be intimidated. I'm not going to be shaken down to reveal my source in the case of the sugar cube. And if I did reveal my source, what would you tell them? You admitted on that stream at 1:27, 10 seconds on that Tuesday stream. Your words exactly were, "For sure, it's happened." In regards to having
do you have notes, Alex Dickey, at the ready? You have notes ready?
So you admitted that you did it. So
my question to you, Alex, if you were actually someone who was a friend or somebody who could, why wouldn't you privately message me or email me and say, "Hey, I've heard this." Why wouldn't you do that instead of coming onto this platform and say and just blurt it out in the middle of nowhere?
I'll admit, Patrick, that was I got ahead of my skis on that, and I should have reached out to you privately. I will accept that as my mistake. That being said, I cannot. My integrity. What would happen if
What integrity? You have no integrity.
Esposito revealed his source for the whole MoFi gate. His career would be in shambles right now. So I'm
he pretty much did, didn't he?
Guys. Hold on. There's negative qualities about Patrick, but his integrity on how he does his stuff is without question. So you bickering with Alex Dickey about it is more humorous than anything close to the truth. And
I went overboard for a reason. So there was a reason why I brought that up, and I wanted him on screen when I brought it up because I know what his shtick is. So and that's fine.
Oh, hold on. I want to get back to Melinda. Have you ever met Craig down here in the corner? Let's put him up.
No, hi. I mean, I've talked to him a little bit.
Yeah, through Instagram messaging.
Yes.
Yeah,
have you sent her your records? Craig?
Amazing records
and a T-shirt.
Okay.
Yes, I love the T-shirt and amazing records. They've become records that I do test equipment with. They're that quality. So
I can show you records. I can show you records though that a collection of records better than any collection that's ever been shown on this stream ever in one
Here we go.
Ever. I can promise you. I can promise you right now. Let's go. This is the 6E 4E Ziggy Stardust UK press. The one everybody dreams about. There's that bad boy.
That's a UK?
Yeah. Yep. Ooh. This is an Australian Deep Purple live made in Japan using the UK plates. This thing is absolutely stunning sounding.
Did you find these in Toronto?
No. I had these shipped to me before I left. I just got them yesterday when I got back. This is, I don't even need to introduce this. See that little vertigo? This is UK Black Sabbath Paranoid. This is a UK Rush Hemispheres. I just went and saw Rush. This has the Trident and the Dead Wax. This was mixed in the UK, so this is actually one that's very, very desirable. And of course, Captain Fantastic, cut by Aaron. This is original UK as well. The Best Zenyatta Mendata, the UK press of Zenyatta Mendata by the Police.
Who sent you these?
I bought them from.
Oh wow!
Is this the guy who sends you a bunch of records from?
No. I bought these from a couple of sellers that I have listed. This is Free Tons of Sobs, an original UK island. This sounds phenomenal. It's a great, beautiful copy. Original UK Fly, Electric Warrior. This one has the original inner.
I have that one.
Okay, Patrick, cool. I have to ask you a question about that record.
Yeah,
because I heard people say it really isn't a great sounding record.
It's better than the Kevin Gray.
It is?
I think so.
It's better than all the Americans, definitely.
This is the Australian of Abbey Road. Side B was cut by Dan Bartlett, who's the guy that cut the Audio 5 Sgt. Pepper on the Maxi Cut system. This is a really, really good sounding Abbey Road. And last but certainly not least is the original Bad Company with the Red Island. This is on Island, not Swan Song. The custom labels. Wow. If you like this record, get it's not expensive, but it's hard to find and it sounds way better than the mastering lab. So
that's amazing ELT. I appreciate it.
So hold on, now I got 4 more, and then we have Thin Lizzy. These are getting cleaned right now. Chinatown, Outlandish, and more original UK. Now these ones I've had this before. This is the original UK rail pressing of Pretenders.
That's a good sounding record anyway.
Yeah. I'd never seen a rail copy of the Pretenders Learning to Crawl. This is a UK first press on rail. So those are what I got in the mail from when I got home.
I had
records in Canada.
I had that.
I got a
company in my hands, and I did not buy it.
Okay, that was great. You can leave now, Patrick.
So I did get. So here's. I got Kim Mitchell. This is his first EP when he left Max Webster. I believe that's what it is. I finally got an original Canadian Moxie. This is Riding High. Another Canadian Moxie 2, which is, people are probably going, who the hell's Moxie? But it's a really good Canadian band. And really clean Kiss costume. I got a bunch more downstairs. They haven't been cleaned yet. That's all I got cleaned so far.
Right. Damn.
But, yeah.
You went nuts.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Show off.
That was the whole point. Was to show off. Isn't that what people do here? Yes, I got to meet Bobby Gass. Yes. But of course I got to meet Bobby Gass, so.
Did you go fishing?
Did you get
fishing with Bobby?
No, but he did try to give me marijuana. So.
Okay. Did you go to Sonic Boom?
Yeah, it's horrible record store. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
Now,
that
what
place
was your
sounds
take on
like-
how many stores did you go to in Toronto?
I went to 5, and I went to the flea market underneath the Dixie Mall. That was the best place I went to. That place was really good. There's like 4 or 5 sellers underneath on Saturday or Sunday. It's underneath a normal mall, but it's in the basement. There's like 4 or 5 sellers there, reasonably priced, had some good clean stuff. That was great. But we went to Sonic Boom, we went to Kraft, we went to Cops, and one more that I can't remember. And then Ed and I went to this place called Pandemonium, which was probably the best store we went to in Toronto proper. I was not impressed with the record stores I went to in Toronto, to be honest. I love Toronto. Toronto was great. The city was fantastic, clean. Everything's downtown. It's really, really great city. But the record stores that I went to were not impressive, except for the last one, Pandemonium. If you're a Psych guy, if I could have spent more time for Piper, I would have gone through the boxes of Psych they had there, but we only had like half an hour, so they were closing. But yeah.
Did you declare all the records when you crossed the border, Patrick?
No, but that's what's weird is Toronto has like a pre-clearance, so you drop your bag when you check in to the airline, then you go through the security line, and then you go through the customs line. But even if I had declared something, I didn't have my bag with me, so I don't know how they would go check it or anything like that. It's like, because my bag, I didn't see my bag again until I was.
You don't have to fill out a card.
Well, I did the mobile passport control thing. It's electronic, and that saves you a ton of time. You just fill that in, they go you right to a special line, and they wheel you through. So
okay.
But yeah, Toronto is very, very good city. Like I said, they have all their venues are right downtown, and they just funnel everything there.
Isn't in the winter you can go through the tunnels underneath the city?
Yeah, I wouldn't go there in winter because it's really cold.
No, it's like someone punching you in the face with the cold.
Yeah, but Sonic Boom, I would not, unless you're looking for new records or, Sonic Boom's kind of like Mississippi Records. You walk in, it's super clean, it's really nice, but it doesn't have anything that you want, unless.
Whoa.
What?
You're a different, as I said earlier, you're a different kind of collector than I am, and a buyer, and you're great at what you do. Mississippi is a fantastic store, but it's the world music. Soul music.
What a compliment that was to Patrick.
No, it's a different. it's a very specific store.
Mazzy, I heard you. I heard you say I was there and I got like African tribal drums from 1956 to 1963.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not looking for that, but
exactly.
But yeah.
Exactly. That doesn't make it a bad store. It's a different store. It's not for you, definitely, and it's not.
I'd be hanging with Melinda. I'd be hanging with Melinda looking for Van Halen records as opposed to
Mazzy, what were those stores that were in your video yesterday from Portland?
People never click into the description on our videos, right, Melinda? But yeah, I went to Tomorrow. In order, I went to Millennium Records. That's the big one. That's mostly new. It's not a great used store. Then I went to Tomorrow Records, where I showed the massive wall. That's a good store. And then I went to Mississippi Records. That's the last one I went to, with a lot of the world music and soul music. And
Too Many Records was celebrating National Record Store Day.
I didn't go to all. I didn't go to Crossroads. I didn't go to Too Many Records. I didn't go to Little Axe. I was hanging out with my son.
Little Axe is one of your favorites. Little Axe is one of your favorites.
But
Little Axe is a good store. Crossroads is a good store.
Yeah. I didn't go to those this time.
Did you go?
Thing is, I can go every 3 months. I go down there anyway, so I can go next time. I rotate stores.
When you did you go record shopping with Beach Boy Man, or was it just coffee?
No. We met at this cafe for about an hour and a half or so, and we chatted and talked about music. And I gave him those two singles.
We met at this cafe. Sounds like a Joni Mitchell song.
Exactly.
He came across as a really nice guy.
He's one of those genuine guys. He doesn't like all the and we talked about Fremer jumping on him because he brought out the Archivist and it didn't fit in with the story of the DSS in the same way. Not that the DSS is bad, just it was a story that he got, and he wasn't trying to upend anybody. He just knows that music, and he brought someone up and he talked about it, and he had no vision. He wasn't someone that we all knew about at the time, and that kind of really, good or bad, elevated. And he probably got 1,000 subs just for doing that video after that, because of the controversy.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of Fremer,
controversy will do that.
Melinda,
Yes.
did Fremer or anybody over at the Tracking Angle organization ever reach out to you with an apology or anything, like with what they did in your chat that during that Prince video?
No, and I don't think he's sorry for doing it. I think that's his way.
That's what I'm worried about.
Well, I just think that's how he is. If you meet him in person, he's actually very nice and charming.
Well, I don't know
I've
about
met
that,
him.
Melinda.
He is. I agree. I agree.
I wonder if Alex would be nice and charming if you met him in person. So, I mean,
I'm sure he is.
Patrick, let's just drop it, man. I don't understand. We have Melinda on the thing. Why you gotta make it all about you?
Alex, you don't get to decide what I talk about, okay? You don't get that to decide that, okay? If you don't like it, you can just bail and rage quit like you usually do.
Yeah. Well, go buy some subs for me. I need some more.
Yeah.
Question for me.
There was a person back in Rachel season 1 who had made threats against my children, and it was that person's channel. They're in Europe. I'm not going to name names. I think you probably all know who it is. He was very vulgar on the stream, and that's who I was trying to get taken down.
Rob wasn't that.
But I never did that.
Horrible to you, Alex. Rob wasn't that.
I'm not talking about Rob. Is Rob in?
Well, you said he was vulgar on the stream.
Go buy some subs for me, please.
Question for Melinda.
Yes.
Just to calm things down a little bit. How excited are you about going to Salina?
I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping other people. I mean, is anybody else here going to go?
No.
Mazzy might.
Well, the latest I heard that Michael probably can't make it that weekend because the military calls. We'll see. It's not looking good at the moment. I'll put it that way.
I'd love. I mean, I would like to meet other YouTubers. I'd like to meet people who just watch YouTube videos and comment. I just kind of want to. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people in the industry there, and I'm looking forward to meeting some of them as well. But but the people I'm looking forward to the most are just the other YouTubers and things. So I'm hoping.
Who else is going? I know Dave Bianco's going.
I'm sure there's some others. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but I know there are some others that said they're coming. But
I see Michael Poetry's in the comments. Isn't it something called, what do they call it, AWOL, when you just leave? Like you're in the military and you just don't show up for a few days?
Absence without leave.
Hey, Michael, I don't know how it works, but is it possible to court-martial Mazzy?
No, I thought about, because I want to go visit my friends Amanda and Todd, and they're in Denver now, so that's why I was thinking of doing it. So, I mean, it is possible that I go visit them for a few days and then fly from there. Then it's just a direct leg each time. I don't have to do all the legs and arrive at midnight or 1 in the morning, from the West Coast.
You should go, Mazzy. Like Melinda said, there's going to be so many industry bigwigs there that if you want to be, in that circle, rub elbows with those.
I don't know if I want to be in that. I know you're talking about
that. You've got to be at that.
But are they doing panels and stuff like that?
No, I don't think so.
Basically a meet and greet.
My feeling is that usually how these types of events go is that there's usually kind of like these breakout sessions, these breakout rooms. It might be an invite only type of thing. If you can get into those are the key things that you want to get into, being like an influencer like Mazzy.
Hey,
if you can get into those types of things.
Melinda and I would be invited behind the velvet rope. So
yeah,
we'd
that's
be
what I was
the
going
big
to say.
shots there.
Hey, Alex Vicky, I heard word that Chad's looking for people to hold the velvet rope and unchain it and chain it.
Well, I want to
Your
meet.
name's not on the list.
I've met Chad before. I'd like to actually see him again and talk to him. I've met him very, very briefly. AB Fawn is going to be there. I'd love to meet her. She's an inspiration.
She's very, very nice person.
We met her
Chad came to LA to do his, listening things, and I hung out with him. I feel like a good amount of time, and he was nice. He was nice in person. So,
who, Chad?
No, Chad.
He's worse than Mississippi Records.
AB is really sweet. Yeah, is she going to be at VinylCon? She'll be at VinylCon because she, I think, because she's in LA. So
is AB? Is that Chad's wife? AB?
No, she runs Impact.
Impact.
Oh, Impact. Right. Okay, gotcha.
Her family is Music Direct, right? Or no?
Yeah, I haven't met anybody at Music Direct before, so it'd be kind of neat to meet some people from Music Direct, and I think MoFi will be there. It'd be nice to see.
You can tell them why they screwed up the Van Halen catalog. But
yeah, Melinda, whatever happened to your
because
video?
they didn't.
Oh, come on, Melinda.
No,
you know the originals are better.
No, I mean, not to my
1980
ears and in my room.
Do you think
I mean-
1984, the MoFi 84, 1984 is better than the Quiex 1984?
To my
Patrick,
ears,
you
it
haven't
is.
you haven't
And
met
I
a
have
reissue
it. I have
that
the
you like.
Quiex, and I like it. But
I have a few reissues that I like. I'm not.
Give me
completely
3
anti-reissue.
reissues. Give me 3 reissues you like better than originals.
I like the Rush Power Windows reissue better than the original. That's one. Hold on, I have to think hard about this. Oh, hold on. So I like the Yellow Brick Road done by Direct Disc. I like the Van Morrison Moondance done by Direct Disc. I like most of the stuff Direct Disc does. I did like the Speaker's Corner Crime of the Century. That was very good. But so there's 4 or 5.
Okay,
Right?
thank you. That was an honest, direct response.
Oh, hold on. And a lot of the DCCs that I have are actually really nice. Are really good. And
Patrick, how do you
fantastic.
feel about the reissue of the African Steel drum record?
I've been looking for that for years. So
See, yeah. In a million years, Patrick would never buy this record, and it's such great music.
Oh, hold
and
on,
it's not-
it's funny.
It's probably a bunch of needle drops, so I'm sure there's no tape involved in this. And this is the kind of stuff that Mississippi Records puts out. It's world music, like Analog Africa is one of my favorite labels. So,
Hey,
So
Patrick.
so I'm not completely anti-African. Here is Fela Kuti. Here's another Fela Kuti. There you go. Well, last one. So
Did
I'm not
someone send those to
completely.
you to read?
Yes. Alex Disco
Patrick,
Devil sent me this.
Patrick, to you, African music is Vanilla Ice.
What?
Hey, Patrick, did you see this this UK? But it's Sterling in the Dead Wax.
That's a great record, man. That's an absolutely.
I agree. We
fantastic
agree
record.
with that.
Yeah.
Do you have that
is-
record, Melinda?
no,
That
I need
Robert-
that.
You would like
that-
that record.
I will
It's
find
actually-
Melinda. I will find you a copy of this.
Oh, well,
It's
thank
actually
you.
getting kind of pricey. It's like a $20 record these days.
Yeah, I need a copy of that too.
What is the
That is
average
a-
I
price
ain't,
of
I
a
ain't sending you jack shit, Alex Dickey.
what
About
is the average price of a single LP now stateside?
Depends on the record.
All right.
Are you talking new or
Yeah,
used?
no, brand new. The new
$30
Rolling
bucks.
Stones. What's that selling for?
This is brand new. It was autographed, but brand new. This is at Millennium, $26. But the indie bands are under $30, 25 to 30. But obviously, the Paul McCartneys, the Rolling Stones are 40 up.
So Craig, I'll respectfully give you the answer you're looking for.
Thanks.
I would say between $30 and $40 for a new record is the price.
All right.
Depending if it's just basic, it's 30 with like, what do they call the type of covers they make now that have the fold?
Tip-on?
No, not tip-on. I'm talking about radio board. What do they call that? There's like the type. If you're just having a standard press cover, that's the $30 record.
Right. Okay.
When they start making it tone poet, heavy vinyl, Stoughton type of jacket, then it goes up to 40.
So have albums gotten shorter now that we're kind of out of the CD era? So do you see now that where more albums are not like double albums, like the stuff from the 90s that they reissue has to be a double album?
I think
they're longer.
new albums coming out now are a standard 40 minutes or less.
So I think they're not just cramming it in there like for CD length like they did in the 90s where they just said we got to fill up 80 minutes of music. We got even if it's not good.
Right. And you don't have that stupid thing in CDs. The worst thing about CDs was the record ends, and then you have 30 minutes of blank space, and there's that bonus track that shows up 30 minutes later.
1 second. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, Melinda, just going back quickly to the Van Halen stuff. Whatever happened to your exclusive video with your sit down with MoFi? Because I thought like you would have been the perfect person with your history with that record, going back to a young girl in high school listening to 1984. Why didn't you ever release that video?
Well, I made the first video announcing I was going with the hopes that I would talk about it, but and it's been a few years back, but there was a lot going on at that time. There was a lawsuit. There were just some things that I just decided with a suggestion from the company to maybe not just hold off on it.
Say no more. I got you. I hear you.
They didn't say I couldn't. You know, they were really nice, but I didn't get to do it because I felt like they were so kind and nice, and I just didn't want to do anything to put them in further jeopardy. And I don't know what I could have done that would have, but you know, I could tell they were uneasy, but they did not. Somebody said they forced me to not make a video and told me not to, and that's not the case. But I could tell it was the right thing to do for them at the time. I just wish I hadn't made the video announcing I was going to begin with, to kind of, because I feel like my viewers were then expecting a follow-up video that I didn't get to make, or I didn't feel I should make. But I'll just say this, it was an amazing trip. They treated me like a queen. It was everything I had hoped it would be. It was fun. It was informative.
You're on the edge of the wine country there. It's so beautiful up there.
Oh yeah. I went and had some wine tastings. I did some record shopping, and it was a beautiful time. We had a convertible. You know, it was a great few days that I was there. I only spent one day with MoFi though, but it was all day long.
Are they in Petaluma still?
And I spent my day with.
They're in
Sebastopol.
Sebastopol.
The people that eat a lot of roots and tofu in Sebastopol.
Well, they're in like an industrial building.
It was a pinch me moment for sure.
You know, there needs to be more. It's you know, there's all this controversy that it kicks up every once in a while. Now people are dumping on the exact wording. Like someone said, why doesn't Rhino do what Neil Young does? And I pulled my Neil Young records out.
Hey, bye. I'm not somebody.
Well, you know, the back of the Neil Young records say from original analog tapes, but we don't know, was it cut from original? I mean, we know because Neil Young does a good job, but he's not any more specific than anyone else. And
Chad is. Chad is though.
Well,
Chad's
wait. On those, do you have a Chad 75 with you right now? A double 45? Pull it out and read that hype sticker.
Oh, let me go. Well, I gotta go. Well, I gotta go downstairs to get it.
Okay.
Wait a second. I have a
solution.
Rob, I am talking, Rob.
You're saying the same stuff you say about.
I know, but I'm not gonna get put down Chad or promote Chad. But he's saying from the original.
I know for a fact, Mazzy, that the Steely Dan Asia on the back says from an EQ copy tape of the master. I mean, because they got it from Bernie, so it literally says from an EQ copy of the master tape.
On the double 45 Atlantic 75s, it said on those. It says from the original master tapes or the best source available. Like that could be anything. The best source available.
But on the back of the album, they get more granular with what they use. So they definitely will tell you. And that's what they should.
Now everyone's getting.
I have a solution. I have a solution to all this nonsense, and it really is a very simple fix.
CDs.
Every single one of these companies, we have one person here, right there in the corner, need to be a face. They need to be a face on the internet. They need. Hey, I'm not as old as Mazzy, but when Mazzy was a young man, a kid, every commercial was the head of the company coming out and saying and standing behind their product. Right? Does anyone remember
Victor Kayam?
Victor, I bought the company.
I like it so much.
Chrysler dude.
Yeah.
The Chrysler dude was like number one.
The suit guy.
Right. And I've said this to my friend Brad, who I've introduced to a lot of the YouTube people to send out his records. You need to go on YouTube and say, hi, I'm Brad, from Omnivore. That's what people need to do. To trust these guys, to put a face to the company, to point to someone, to communicate with someone. Chad does it. Chad walks the walk, talks the talk. He takes the shit people throw at him. He takes the praise people throw at him. But he's standing there telling you about his records. How hard would it be for AB to come out and be that person? I don't care if you're shy or anything, but that's what these companies need to do. Easy fix. Then they would understand more how their consumers feel about their products and what they're looking for. None of these people do it. There's no guy at Rhino that can stand in front of a camera and talk. It's ridiculous to me.
What about Patrick Milligan? That guy's
he
goes
all
on
the
the
time
interviews,
online.
but he's not. From what I understand, that dude is not all of Rhino, right?
No, but he's in charge of the High Fidelity series.
Yeah, but again, then make Patrick Milligan the spokesperson for Rhino. Then do that.
I think he is.
I think the thing is you tend to only see those people when they've actually got something to sell.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can come up here and just talk crap for an hour and not mention anything that's coming up, and I'm quite happy to do that because this is part of my Tuesday and Thursday routine, and it's also a nice break from me doing what I was doing, which is other stuff. But you tend to see these people come up if there's something being reissued or there's a controversy that needs to be addressed. They don't actually come up just for chit chat, and that's what they need to do.
Well, I'm gonna say this, Craig. If you make a video when you put out a new album and say, "Hi, I'm Craig from Analog October." Yeah, hold on, let me make you big for your next.
No, it's fine. I'm taking the piss.
Yeah, but you speak well. You don't spit when you talk. We understand every word coming out of your mouth. I just feel like the media weight to a controversy, to a great reissue that's everyone loves.
Yeah.
If you address them the same way, I'm not going to be Mazzy right now. I'm not saying this to be Mazzy. But if we had a leader in the U.S. who came out, because as far as I'm concerned, the president's job is to console us and make us feel everything is going okay. If that's what the attitude should be with these record companies. We have too much nonsense going on. I understand mistakes happen, like this Rhino Reserve, the Gordon Lightfoot, where they have to redo side A because there's some messed up thing with, with side A. They're going to have to.
The 20 people who bought Gordon Lightfoot are going to have to wait for the recut.
Listen, I understand that, but if you make all these issues equal to the praise, everything will go better. It would,
Rob.
Yes.
If I say anything nice about Rhino, I get accused of being a shill for Rhino.
Well,
but
because you're a shill for Rhino.
No, Patrick Mulligan and Jason Jones have come out, even with Kevin Gray on live streams with a few people, myself included, as well as Westman and a few others. So they do come out. Now they should address this new thing, which to me is a bullshit thing, but they should address it or update the hype sticker. Because remember, we all wanted AAA. Like we wanted the sparse code. Now the sparse code isn't enough for some people because we don't know which AAA it is or which A it is. So,
hold on.
But MoFi has never come out. I'm surprised to this day. No one from MoFi has come out. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. They've been totally silent.
Hold on. Frank, this is a nonsense comment.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I grew half of my life, or less than half of my life, I grew up on the East Coast. It is not an East Coast, West Coast thing. You want to know what my attitude's from? I've worked in Hollywood for almost 40 years, Frank. So I know how, and I've worked in marketing, and I've been part of dealing with bad issues that happen with movies and how people come out and explain them to the public, and people are more understanding. Don't give me this West Coast nonsense.
Well, there's a
hold on, Frank. How much time have you spent on the West Coast? How much?
Who me?
No, Frank. Here, this is a stupid comment. I'm seriously. I'm joking. This is a made up nonsense comment. You can have issues. You can have issues with what I'm saying, but putting it that it's a West Coast comment is nonsense.
Yeah, and I wouldn't discount what David Bianco is going through right now with MoFi. Like he got a replacement for that Chris Isaak record, and the rolled off top on that snare drum is still there, and they're just ignoring him at this point. They won't admit that there's any issue.
Do you have it, Alex?
I don't. I'm just sticking with the RSD until this whole thing gets resolved.
But don't you think that roll? I don't even know what the controversy. I haven't bought it. I don't buy those. But that's the choice they made in that record, right? Isn't that a choice?
But it's not consistent over the entire record. It seems like it's concentrated on Wicked Game, the one track you would think they would get right. Just go watch his video. It's clear as day. Like there is serious issues with that track.
But Alex Dickey, This would all be fixed if there was a face for MoFi. I mean, Melinda, you met those guys. Do any of them can any of them stand in front of a camera and address
Sean? Sean has kind of a personal.
Sean's retired, so he wouldn't do it. But I mean, Rob Laverde has a very good personality, in my opinion. I met him; he was very pleasant. He would probably be a good face, and I'm sure there's someone else that I'm not aware of. I know, like Alex was saying, no one's ever said anything from MoFi, but Jim Davis has actually done some interviews and has, I think his name's Jim Davis. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, Jim Davis.
Music Direct guy.
But he has done interviews and he has addressed the DSS thing. If you look it up, you can find it.
The problem now is everybody wants this gotcha moment. And what happens is, and that's what happened with MoFi, because someone found, rightly so, interviews with two of the guys talking about all analog like 10 years before. So they brought that up. And if someone says something out of context, that's why these companies go through their legal, they go through their marketing people. They have to. And I'm not defending it. That's just the fact of a business. And if, I mean, now people are jumping on Rhino specifically, which I think is kind of bullshit, but it's because of that. The EQ thing. But what they should do, and I agree with this, Rhino and everyone else should take that tape box that is so, they stick it in every insert now, put that on the hype sticker, put that on their website so you can see exactly which tape they use before you buy it. And I agree with that. I would have no problem with that. Every company should do that.
Hey,
when did copy tape become a 4-letter word? That's what I don't understand.
Well, there's
exactly, Rob.
There's always.
Mike, Patrick, a cutting tape. We talked about Astral Weeks just came out. I ordered a copy because I want to hear it, because the original Astral Weeks on the Greenie, is it Greenie or was it before the Greenie?
It was on the gold. It was on the gold label.
Yeah. The original gold Astral Weeks was an EQ copy, and the one they just did, they cut it from that copy. So that's an excellent version of Astral Weeks. Now, the controversy here, if there is one, is that Chad didn't like that. So that was one of the rare times Chad used a digital cut of the original tape that's now destroyed. Before
I give him props for that. I mean, especially for someone like Chad, who's like made his bread and butter on being all analog. Sit there and say, "Hey, look, man, this is the best we can do. It's digital."
But have you heard that? Have you heard his digital?
I have not heard that yet.
I've heard it's stunning.
But I've heard that it's really good.
So, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how that sounds compared to the original one and the original tape that Rhino used.
Hold on. I just want to, Frank, have you been in the vinyl community? Everyone cares. I don't go to the Hoffman forums. Everyone cares. Everyone who actively buys records. I don't. Here's the interesting thing, Frank. I could give two shits that there's a dropout in the Chris Isaak MoFi. I could give two shits about it, but people care about it. It's an issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I could give two shits that the Gordon Lightfoot has a mistake on side one, but people care about it. So that's the funny thing. People do care. And breaking news, people, everyone hold your seats. I'm going to real quick, and then I'll let Craig talk. Everyone hold down. This is breaking news. For the 175th time, they're reissuing the Charlie Brown Christmas record, this time with snowflakes on it. Go pre-order it.
Rob, you're the biggest.
I gotta get me one of those.
Everyone loves a reissue of a reissue of a reissue. Listen, the thing about the tape thing and being specific on the labeling about, even if it's cut from a copy or whatever, there's always going to be that very militant sector within the community who are still not going to be happy. They're still going to say, prove it. Prove that that's the actual tape that you used. How do we know that that was the tape that was in that box? So
right.
you can't plead, and there seems to be an increase in the community over the last 6 to 12 months of that kind of mindset where, whatever you do in terms of the viability or the authenticity of the sources that you use, there's always going to be someone who's just going to be like, yeah, I don't believe it, prove it. I mean, what can you do? I mean, invite people to the mastering suite, invite people to join you at Iron Mountain whilst you pull out the tape. I mean, it's just, where does it end?
Even that wouldn't be good enough. So it doesn't
No,
matter.
exactly. That's the point.
To be fair, some companies do this thing where when they announce the reissue of an album, like I'll tell you who does a good job, and he's a pseudo spokesman for Blue Note, is Joe Harley. So when they have a new Tone Poet come out, he on social media, he shows video of them remastering it at Kevin Gray's, and if you read the description, great detailed about it. But even to my suggestion, he's not the spokesperson for Blue Note. I guess Dom Was does social media videos where he interviews the artist when a new record comes out, but he's not talking about the vinyl production of his product. So,
yeah. You got to give like that. I'm going to give props again to Steve Westman because he is relentless in asking these people. He asks them 2 or 3 times until they say yes. A lot of times they say no, but he goes after them as polite as that Canadian is. But Universal he's asked several times, and they haven't come up with. They have this great series now, Vinyl File. No one from Universal has.
But they could film the whole process. They could show the box and then do a cut and slip in another box and like thread it onto the tape, and you never even know. So there's no way for sure to ever know. You have to at one point just say trust your ears and trust the people that are putting this stuff out. Like Craig, like the guy in the corner here. Say, okay, he tells me that, then I believe him, or you don't believe him. Depending on how you feel. So
I agree. What matters is what sounds good.
Yeah. Well, I document everything anyway, so if anyone actually wants to pull me up on anything, I can just show them.
But I think there's a lot of people, not a lot, but the sector of the vinyl community that wants this fast, quick heat. Like, I need to get some eyes on me, so now it's like let's just throw shit out there every day. Like I'm offended by this, I'm offended by that. They didn't spell this right on the label. So I don't understand. There seems to be a lot more of that. I want to create controversies type of thing.
Here's an
and I was guilty of it today for a reason.
Here's an example I do not know the answer to. But Universal did this Verve by Request campaign. And I think they must have issued over 30 albums. And then people's reaction to all those records were horrible.
Yeah.
Most of them were digital. They sounded bad. They were not good pressings, and without any kind of announcement, they stopped them. And then they came out with these Verve. What is it called?
Verve Vault.
Yeah.
Overnight, it changed drastically. They did the same approach to these as they do with the Blue Note Classics. And I have several of them, and they are excellent.
I remember when I first moved to Seattle going in, and that's when the Blue Note 75 series just came out. And I bought the first 2, and they were so bad. The sound
cut at United, though. They were pressed at United, right? It was United or Rainbow, one of the 2.
Yeah, they were so bad. And that was right around the time that Don Was got hired, and they got a lot of kickback. I even wrote an email to, I think maybe it was Don Was, didn't get a response. But because of that, that's when Don Was met with Joe Harley and hired him away to do it right. And that's where the Tone Poet things happened. They think they got this great catalog. Why don't we do it in-house? And I would say Universal, well, Blue Note was the first, quote, major label through Universal that did an audiophile label in-house, not licensing it to a third party. We want you to do what you did at Music Matters Jazz for us. And it was immediately a success.
But they had their own controversy. They had their own controversy there too. The Andrew Hill piano thing, and so they have their own sets of controversy.
That was controversy in the fucking Hoffman forums about that.
Mazzy would shut up about it.
The Warble piano. Give me a break. I didn't do the Warble.
I see those 75th anniversary versions in the used bins all the time. They can't get rid of them.
They're not great.
But then they did the 80s, which are beautiful.
I might be wrong, but those original the original Verve reissues, I think they were done through Third Man, weren't they? Weren't they pressed at Third Man before they changed it over to Vault?
The Verve by Request, I think.
Yeah, but then they also did Third Man also did those 4 Blue Note Detroit reissues, and they were good.
I have the Electric Bird, which is very good.
Yeah.
A lot of people complained about the
colored
Detroit 1, 2, 3, 4, the Thad Jones.
Yep.
I think that was just a bad tape. The tape's not very good. But
so
I
there
don't
was,
know.
I think, one of the very last Verve by request that I actually got for myself when I had the shop was the Don Cherry, and it was like 30 minutes per side, and it was so quiet. Not quiet surface noise, quiet volume, really bad. Really
I have
bad.
I have an original of it. But here's what's funny. People, the ones Ryan K. Smith did a bunch of them, and people were happy with those. I think I have the Harold Land. But here's the funniest story. There's that Pharaoh Sanders Black Unity.
Mm-hmm.
The only tape, the story I was told, the only tape they could find of it was in England. And it was mastered by Miles Showell.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I don't know if it's digital or what, but that one was okay. That one was all right.
Brandon, I don't know what you're referring to. Does he have a new album out? Of course, Don Was probably wouldn't be on Blue Note, but he's the president of Blue Note Records, Don Was. That's my point. I don't know about his own records.
If you go to Blue Note's YouTube channel, when a new release comes out, he usually interviews the artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Melinda.
Yes.
What's the how you feeling about the Florida record scene? Like compared, I don't know if you were in Tennessee before or wherever, but do you are you finding some good stuff there at the stores?
Well, yes and no. I don't go out and venture out at record stores a ton. I have one or two local ones that I go to a lot, and every once in a while we'll do a day trip and go somewhere. Mm-hmm. I think really I'm at a point in my collection where to go find true like Heat records, ones that are on my wish list, I'm gonna have to go to like record fairs,
right,
kind of thing. They're just, but I do have some really great record stores. Where I lived, the one record store we had left. So for a while back in Kentucky, I didn't have a record store in my town besides that Second and Charles store. Mm-hmm. So I'm just grateful to have a couple of record stores that I can go to, and I'm in a vinyl record club. So once a month we meet up at a record store and shop and talk music, and it's fun. I have more fun here for sure.
Is Second and Charles super expensive everywhere, or just the places I've been?
It's pretty ridiculous. I went there when they had the soft opening before they actually opened, and I found unbelievable stuff. And then after that, nothing, so.
I've been to like 3 of them, and I've never found anything.
I've been to one of those in Maryland, and the stuff that they know that they have is something, they jack up the price on those.
Yeah.
That's the way it seemed to me.
Yeah.
It's like a nice antique mall price. So.
I'm hearing seagulls. Is somebody on the water?
Yeah, I live at the beach.
You do?
Yeah, right on the beach.
Yeah, so, you hear one anytime you watch the stream anyway.
I got peacocks in my tree.
Wait,
those are buzzards wait for you to kick the bucket, Jim. So, yeah.
Those are peacocks.
Sorry, does anybody know what's going on with Concert Buddy's stream? Has he let go of like half the personnel over there?
Oh, hold on. We're not gonna bash Chance's stream, okay?
I'm not bashing. I'm just wondering what's going on. Last week it was.
You know what's going on?
You're like Alex. You're like a 60-minute reporter that got laid off, and you're still trying to hold on to the investigative reporting.
I would pay money for Alex.
Here's the deal with Concert Buddy stream. It's the same stream he does all the time.
Okay, I'll drop it. I could go from there, but
what happened is Concert Buddy got most of the stream members. They pushed him in a catering cart and snuck him off the channel. Okay.
No, now, Chance, what's tonight's topic? How vinyl records are controversial. That's where you could joke with him. Maybe, hey, Alex Dickey, maybe you could be a person that's usually on Chance's stream where he goes, Can you do that?
I've reached out to him a number of times. I don't know. He's not interested in having me.
Arnaldo says it. It's summertime. People are traveling, have families. They take a week or two off, whatever,
Yes.
Right. Well, then just say that. I don't understand why all the secrecy and he's talking about unions and something else. I don't know.
I want to have Phil talk about why he hates Bob Dylan so much.
Hey, concert buddy, if someone's on vacation tonight, could you have Anthony Anderson sit in for them? Thank you.
Are you guys experiencing heat waves at the moment?
Not here. It's like 88 degrees here.
Yeah, but
it's really nice.
We had the 80s.
And we've had probably 2 solid months of an abnormal heat wave here.
Yeah,
I've had a few orders come in where customers have specifically requested that I hold off shipping until temperatures drop because they don't want their records on their porch in this weather.
You know,
apparently July was the hottest July on record in the United States since they've been keeping
in the world.
Not where I live. It was actually mild here. It's crazy. So
you're usually
really a mild summer.
During the summer, the hottest place in California is where Patrick is.
Yeah, it's like usually super hot here, and we had 108 like one day, and that was it.
Well, the hottest it normally gets here, I don't know how it translates to the scale that you use, but normally we're around about 30 degrees, and we're at 37.5 today.
I was at Toronto this week, and it was nice and mild. It wasn't hot at all. A little humid, but that's because you're right on the lake. But I mean, other than that, it wasn't hot. Was it Niagara Falls yesterday?
Now, here's where we all can complain about like Hoffman Forum. Let's not talk about the weather. Come on, guys. We're better than that.
How hot was it?
And we can't even agree on how to talk about it. Celsius or Fahrenheit.
It's so hot where Jim is. He's making his own gravy.
You know, don't laugh. You know what I'm doing right now? Right now, as we speak,
making bone broth.
Bone broth.
Yeah,
that's right. I got to
go. Are you wearing a Freak Beat shirt?
No, I'm wearing a Freak Out shirt.
Oh, okay.
Freak Out. It's just a suggestion.
Well, Oregon's been burning for like a month.
Yeah, Oregon, Seattle, Eastern Washington State.
So, are any of you guys coming to the Portland show in October?
No.
Too far.
Pardon my French.
I do want to go. I do want to go.
I might. Now, remember, next week, Saturday, week from this weekend, VinylCon in LA. So,
if anyone's in LA next Saturday night, we're having a meetup at Permanent Records. Actually, 2 nights ago at Permanent Records, Conan O'Brien came on stage in his band played.
Yeah.
Hey, Melinda, can you get Jim Davis to send his private jet to Boeing Field? I will ride the private jet, and I will show up at my Vinyl Summit.
I doubt he knows who I am or that I exist, but
I'm kidding. Oh, I'm sure he knows who you are. Cause
it's 15 grand. My nephew can get you over there in a Learjet, no problem.
15 grand, right.
What?
Does Jim Davis really have a PJ?
I don't. I'm just.
Are you talking about the guy who draws Garfield?
No, Jim Davis. He's the head of Music Direct, which owns MoFi or the company.
Does he have a private jet?
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, Mazzy, is there not from Seattle to Wichita?
Yeah, I mean, there's places. I've looked into it a bunch of times, and it gets me in about midnight where any way I go.
It's a connecting flight to there.
Yeah, it's a connecting flight. That's fine. I don't mind connecting flights. I just, getting it at midnight after traveling all day. I know it's real world problems and all that, but that's why I thought maybe I'd go visit my friends in Denver for a few days because Amanda and Todd moved a few months ago and stay there, and then I could fly from there and go back from.
Hey,
we'll see.
Can someone do some hard work and make a video where it's just random streams where Mazzy talks about Amanda and Todd? Can someone do that? Can we get Mazzy to Denver so he can stop talking about Amanda and Todd?
Then he'll talk about the time he spent with Amanda and Todd in Denver. So
I remember when Amanda and Todd were going away, Mazzy had a week of parties about it.
They are a nice couple, so I mean,
very
nice. Who's Amanda and Todd?
They don't talk about Mazzy as much as he talks about them.
So Amanda used to live with Mazzy platonically in a spare bedroom. Todd was her boyfriend, and then as their relationship grew, they moved in together, and then now they've moved to Denver away from Mazzy and Mazzy.
Yeah.
So
I've known Amanda for 20 plus years, and she visited, and then the pandemic hit. Yeah.
Patrick, do you know how you know that story?
Because it's been told 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's been burned into your brain for streams.
No, he bought this. He bought the souvenir program that tells the story. It's a children's.
I met them at Mazzy's place, but I've been and on the patio with Coffee Dave, so a lot of it's kind of a blur. So you know how that is.
Hey,
sorry, someone who I haven't seen on for a while. How's Dr.
Robert?
Dr. Robert?
Yeah, how's he getting on?
He's okay. Yeah, I just talked to him 2 days ago. Or actually, I was in Portland and I posted something and he goes, "You're in Portland?" Because you know what it is? If you post on social media and you arrive into a place and you don't call the person who lives in that city,
you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
But it turns out he was out the gorge anyway. And I really except for Beach Boyman, I hung out with my son. So, no, I hung out with my son. So it wasn't a normal record trip.
Your son looks just like you, especially when you look at like your picture. There's a picture where there's records in the background where you were working at the record store. It's like looking at a twin, you know?
He looks like me exactly at that age. He's 35 now.
And here's the funny thing, Melinda. Opposite personalities.
Is it?
He's
not very different.
He's a typical son. Like when Mazzy does his thing, he'll look
Marcus,
at you.
It doesn't remember. Put it this way. Amanda's in her mid-40s, okay?
I got one last question for Melinda. Hey, since you're married, like, what's the dynamic for getting new records? Like, sometimes what I'll do is if I'm going to go to the record store, I'll like take a bunch of records and put it in one of my locals' bags, and I'll just like make it known to my wife. I'm like, hey, I'm just going to sell some records. That way, when I bring new records in, it doesn't raise any red flags. What do you do to get new records in the house?
I just I'm honest, and if he gets mad at me, he gets mad at me. But he's been pretty cool about it, really, to be honest.
You guys share a bank account? Like, is it pretty above board?
Dude,
go on.
But that's a good idea.
Look, there's nobody else, well, except for Jim.
I am in a different sitch. My wife is more of a collector than I am in her own way, so she encourages my.
Your wife wants nothing to do with your records or your record friends at all. She wants nothing. She'd rather hang out with the peacocks than us. So I mean,
but she doesn't discourage it at all.
No.
What'd you get, honey? She doesn't like anything I bring home. But I was trying to
come to the Vinyl Summit with me, so he's going. So that's how we're
taking him there with you. That's
well, he's a celebrity now himself. So I mean, people know him. So yeah.
Well, I mean, there have been people when we were at Expona, they recognized him.
Yeah.
There. So.
Aren't you Brian? Yeah. Okay.
He's a trooper.
Yeah. I want to have a whiskey with you and Philip. So.
Yes.
Just go,
Expona
man.
was good.
We'll buy you a whiskey of your choice, a bourbon of your choice. You go.
You don't want to get Mazzy hammered, though. You don't want hammered Mazzy.
You know, I don't drink that much. I drink regularly, but not that much. So
right.
Here's
you were a bit tipsy at that restaurant in L.A. So you
for a guy who doesn't drink a lot.
Yeah. You mean when I was hanging out with Keith Richards?
Exactly. Yes.
Was that when I was hanging out with Keith Richards?
Yes, where Keith Richards had liver. Yeah. There are seagulls.
Attached to the liver, baby.
I was at
know what this is? Huh?
This is tongue depressor for an elephant.
Yeah. This is a folding bone. Remember this? It's ivory, and it's used to make a nice crease in your.
Was that used with illegal elephant hunting? And,
yeah, it is.
You can't have it anymore. It's illegal now.
Yeah.
A folding bone.
I gotta head out, but
we've gone over the allotted time. I really appreciate Melinda and Craig coming up.
Yeah.
Alex, Vicky, thank you. Patrick, thank you. Mazzy, thank you. But,
shut up, Rob.
And don't forget Danny. Danny was here as well.
Yeah, Danny, thank you.
Before we go, Patrick, are we okay?
Yeah, we're okay.
Okay.
Oh, Rob, here's the okay. I made a mistake. I want to apologize.
Oh,
It's
Mazzy
Rick.
made a mistake, everyone.
Richard James is the one that always says link at the end. That's the one I was, not Chris James. So Chris, if you're watching, it's Rich. You can see it right now. So I apologize. Chris James got so upset that I referred him as a wanker because he always puts a linky at the end. And I made a mistake. I take it back.
And he wasn't drinking at the time, so it was because he was drinking.
But it depends on how you say wanker.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all in the intonation.
Only one person here should say wanker, and it's not Mazzy. So only one person should say wanker here. It's not you.
Since 1978, my first trip. So I've been,
and it still doesn't sound natural.
Yeah, just
Mazzy, I was there in 60. When did Abbey Road come out? What year?
68,
69.
I was there the week Abbey Road came out. I was in London. I bought it at a store in Piccadilly. And
did you drop off Record Collector News there?
Not yet, man. It was just a twinkle in my eye.
I wasn't even born.
It's my 13th. For my bar mitzvah, my dad took us to Europe instead of having a big fucking party.
I'm gonna leave.
That's better than a party.
I'm gonna leave the stream with someone who's made my new thumbnail for my next video.
Nice.
By the way, I said that K whatever the song with Tammy Wynette. It's really good.
Have a nice weekend, everybody.
DIVORCE.
Take care. Bye.
So long. Farewell.